I'm Roxy, Cleveland Exotic Dance, and I'm here to give you some quick tips today about walking in high heels. So we go over different types of heels in our regular high heels mastery class, from basic pumps to platform shoes to boots to wedges and all kinds of shoes. In the stripper heels class, we specifically talk about these. Don't let these intimidate you. They actually can be easier once you get used to being that much taller. And this is mostly because they look super high and they look super terrifying, but your foot is actually more relaxed. If you were to try to wear a shoe this high that was a regular shoe like this, where the toes and the ball of your foot go all the way to the ground, this high of a shoe, your foot would be practically vertical. But the platform brings your foot to a higher level, so it's not as straight up and down. It's a little bit more relaxed. So they can be easier and give you super high reaches. So, but just to start off simple, we're going to go with this kind. So I'm going to put these on and give you a few tips. And we're back. So now that I'm actually in the heels, closer. This is how a lot of people will just kind of stand in them, locking out the knees, the butt's really pushed out, which looks hot, but that makes you push the chest forward, which can look hot too, but it's not good for balance or movement. So, soften the knees. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but when you soften the knees, it forces the larger muscles of your thigh to work harder, supporting the joint. When you're locking out your knees, your joint, it's very easy for it to wobble back and forth, and that's not its natural movement. There's not a lot of support on the sides, so you can get into some knee injuries there if you lock them out and move. So soften the knees. Take the weight that's in your butt and tuck your pelvis forward. So it's like opening up a box. Yeah. You're leading into the room, shifting your weight forward. So feel this in your feet. I want you to put on some heels that you're fairly comfortable in. They're a little wobbly. I want you to stand how you normally would, just stand there like normal. Soften your knees. Start shifting your weight forward, opening up the pelvis, and feel how in your feet your weight goes from being back in the heel of the shoe to more over the balls of your feet. Straight line down to where you want it. If I drew a line from the tip of my hips there straight down, it would hit into the ball of the foot. When I'm tucked back, how the heels kind of want to do it, now I draw a line down, it's more back in the heel. So we need to take that center of gravity and push it forward. Again, we don't really stand here like this, like holding your drink, but for movement and dancing, you're moving other parts. So this base posture is hidden. And you have so much grace and balance, that's what they're looking at. Knees soft. Pelvis open, chest lifted, shoulders back and down. Good, proud posture, chin up. Then walking. So when you walk, don't put the heel down first. The heel may hit the ground first because it is longer, but your weight and the force of your movement should not be going into the heel. It should be going into your toes. So kind of think like you're sneaking. You don't want to make a sound, and you have to put your weight on your tiptoes and the balls of your feet. So that's kind of like what you need to be doing to walk in heels. While you're in that open pelvis posture, I sometimes even lean back slightly slightly in the chest, but I'm so lifted with good posture that you don't really see that I'm leaning back unless, of course, it's standing here in the mirror and you can see it from the side. But when I start moving and I let the arms just be natural, that's okay. Now you notice the heel is hitting the ground first, but I am not pushing into the heel and propelling forward. I'm letting it hit, but putting my weight down into my toes and really walking on my toes. And you can practice in a slightly lower heel, lifting up a little higher than the heel is, kind of like this. So my heel's there, I'm gonna lift up a little higher. And you can practice walking around in tiptoes. You can also, of course, do this without the shoes on. Just walk around kind of like you're sneaking, but take away the sneak vibe and do the whole soft knees, up in the toes on releve, and hips forward, chest lifted, shoulders back and down. Relax your arms, let them sway naturally. Once you have this, we talk about more dance elements, how to throw hips into your steps and really exaggerate that hip sway. Other things you can be doing with your hands while you walk, different types of burlesque walks. In our regular heels class, we'll go over, you go to a wedding or something, how to do that kind of dancing in your heels at the wedding. And of course, when you're wearing heels, you're putting an imbalance in your muscles. So we definitely in all heels classes go over stretches and strengthening exercises to make sure that you're taking away that imbalance. So you can safely wear heels. They are safe if you do the right things. So the stripper heels class, we'll get to the poles, make it a little sexy, and work in the platform shoes. So there's a lot of fun things to do with them and a lot to learn, and you can really make those high heels that you thought were an impossibility part of your life. So hope to see you.